YouTube channel. So today we'll be talking about something a little bit different from what we've been talking about on this channel, but it's still in line with what exactly I want this channel to preach or to teach, or what I want us to be talking about on this channel. So basically what we'll be talking about today is making friends, how to make friends in uni, and things that you probably have not heard somewhere else, or you've not just heard them from my perspective, as it has to do with making friends. Now, as usual, before we go into what I have for us, I just want to share like a bit of a background. So basically, personally, when I was about to get into uni, I was obsessed with the idea of getting a best friend. Like, I was so sure that uni was my time, that I was going to get that bestie that Hollywood talks about, and how that you're just going to have this person that you're wearing the same clothes with, you're going to school together, you guys have like a name that you call each other, you're reading together, you're doing big things together, you're just about everything. Like, I genuinely thought that I was going to find my soulmate in a friend when I got into uni. And I was convinced that this was going to happen for me in uni. Now, it's not like I didn't have friends in primary school or in secondary school. If I do say so myself, I did have like a number of close friends. But then like the whole thing that we see on Disney, that we see on Hollywood, with the close friendship, I didn't particularly get that. And I wanted that with one person. And so because of that, I was so sure that uni was the time that I was going to get them. And the things I'll be sharing in this video are things that I wish someone had told me going into uni, with like the mindset that I had, with the wish that I had to get a bestie. I wish someone had told me this. And even if you're not just getting into uni, even though you have a bestie, or if you're just trying to make friends, like, I feel like this video is going to be important for anybody. So just try as much as possible to like watch. I've added timestamps in the description so I don't waste your time. So you can just go directly into the parts of this video that are important to you. So yeah, without further ado, let's talk about making friends, all the things that you didn't know about. So the first thing I wish someone told me is that you might not get an all-round bestie, and that's okay. Now, when I say an all-round bestie, like I said, like, I wanted someone who I could read with. I wanted someone who I could go on picnics with, go eat lunch with. I wanted someone like in that same person. I wanted that person to be the person that I read with, the person that I went to celebrations with, that I went to picnics with. I wanted that same person to the person I went to church with, the person that I probably like got laundry, did laundry together with. Like, I just wanted everything in one person. Like, I wanted that person to be my best person, as it had to do with different areas. And basically, I wish someone had told me that I might not get an all-round bestie, and that's okay. So probably my best friend, or your best friend now in this case, as it has to do with school, can be a different person from the person that you like to go to church with, or the person that you like to do religious activities with, or the person that you like to read with. Like, it could be different, and that's okay. Like, I really wish someone had sat me down to like just tell me that that's okay, because I see now in retrospect that there were a lot of amazing relationships that I had that I did not allow myself to enjoy, because I felt like I needed to hold out for a best friend that I was going to come and get, if that makes sense. And so because of that, like, I feel like personally the reason why I'm even making this video is because I want to correct a notion, if that makes sense. Because I found myself holding out on friendships. So I would meet somebody and this person is amazing and we get along, but then they're not my best person, as it has to do with a certain area. So because of that, I would not want to give myself fully. And then I come to notice that most times probably I'm cutting people off, like, not intentionally and not in like a rude way, but then I'm just holding out for a friendship that I believe that I'm going to get. And I wanted to just keep that gap open for that bestie. And I feel like that in itself like was one of the disadvantages of like the bestie idea. And now this is a good place for me to mention that it's not like I don't think that it's possible for you to get an all-round bestie. Like, it's possible. Like, I've seen people like that I think have all-round besties, and it seems to work great for them. But then I'm just saying that if you're not able to experience that, if you're like me and you haven't experienced that right now, like, you shouldn't feel like you're losing out or something. It's amazing having like different types of besties for different areas of your life. So first, you might not get an all-round bestie, and that's okay. So my second point, and something that I wish someone had told me going into uni, is if you do get a bestie, you might hardly see her. Oh my god. Okay. So in where I actually did remedial studies before I got into uni after secondary school. And I met someone that I would say at that time was the closest thing that I had to a bestie. But then we're in two separate departments. Like so because of that we hardly saw. Now it was better because like it wasn't so bad because at least we stayed in the same room. But then things then became more complicated when I started staying off campus and she was still staying in the hostel. So like we were hardly seeing. Like it became long distance. And then she graduated before me because I just rounded up school. She graduated before me. So because of that, also like I wasn't seeing her. Guys. I really don't know how to put this, but like I feel like this is the second thing that you have to put in the back of your mind. The world is changing. Like I was telling someone that like I used to be in primary school and secondary school and all of my friends were like in the same area. And then now it's like people are in different countries, people are in different areas. You get like you hardly talk to people who used to be a huge part of your life. So the second thing that I wish that someone had told me is your bestie. You might hardly see her. Like you should be open to a long distance relationship. Like I know Disney tells you that you guys will have sleepovers, but you should be open to those sleepovers being over Zoom or Google Meet. So yeah, like that's a second thing. Now the third thing is to stop idolizing the term. Your bestie can come in different genders, majors, etc. Now, I feel like this is kind of like something that is a bit emotional for me because while I set out, it took me a while to like come to the realization. But as I set out to make a bestie, like when I came to uni, one of the major things that happened was I found that I had an idea of what I wanted as a bestie. Like I wanted us to look similar. Now that I think about it, it's really childish. But then honestly, like I was so sure I wanted her to be a girl. I wanted her to be a girl, like I said. I wanted her to be in the same major as I am. So whatever course I was in, I wanted her to be reading the same course so we could read together, do you get, and all of that. I also like just had an idea of exactly what it was that I wanted. And because of that, like I said earlier, like I found out that these things that I had, this idealistic idea of the kind of friend that I wanted, in a way deprived me from having amazing relationships with a lot of people because I did meet a lot of amazing guys that I feel like could have been like very good best friends, but because I was so sure that I wanted it to be a female, like I didn't give room for that. And then I also met a lot of amazing people that were willing to be my best friend, that I believe that I could have as a best friend, but because they were in a different major, I just felt like, oh, okay, this cannot work. So yeah, third thing, stop idolizing the term. Your bestie can come in different genders, majors, etc. Now, fourth thing is embrace clique. They can be so beautiful. One of the most amazing things that happened to me post secondary school was cliques. Oh my god, I met the most amazing set of girls in remedial studies, and we just found a way to just create a very amazing clique. Now, there's this whole crazy notion that people talk about, like, oh, tree is a crowd, or female group friendships do not work. That's the patriarchy speaking. Like, I kid you not. Like those people that say those things, I swear, I don't, I don't want to say I swear, but then I kid you not. Like, if you check it, you see that it's just it really speaks to the misogyny. Do you get, like, it speaks to the misogyny that has been absorbed into our world? Because what do you mean you say that a group of girls cannot be friends? It makes no sense. Honestly, cliques are amazing, and if you're looking to make friends, I feel like you should embrace that. Like, I know everybody, like most people, want their own person, but then cliques can be a beautiful thing. Like, I kid you not, one of the most amazing things that have happened to me as it has to do with friendships is all of the amazing cliques that I belong to. They're just really nice. Like, you just have this group of people that are like family. It's amazing. And yes, that's my fourth tip. So one of the things that I wish that someone had told me when I was coming into uni and when I made a decision to get a best friend is your friendships might get complicated post graduation, and that's okay. Now, basically, most of my friends read a 4-year course. I read a 5-year course. So because of that, they graduated before me. Now, I don't want to get into how lonely and how crazy it was when they left. I don't want to get into that. But then basically, like, our friendships became complicated because we went from speaking every single day, probably walking to class together, going to grab lunch together, reading in the same place, even though we're not reading the exact same thing and all of that. It became very complicated because now we had to navigate a long distance relationship. Now, I know that for a number of people, after graduation, relationships have a way of just fading out. Now, I want to start by saying that that's totally okay. Like, sometimes you have a friendship with someone and then you just know that, okay, this friendship is no longer serving either of us, and sometimes it's best to just let it go. But now I'm talking about relationships where you know that, okay, we still have a role to play in each other's lives. Do you get? And so, because of that, I just feel like you should know that it probably will get complicated with time. It probably become harder. The world is changing. A lot of people are just traveling. Like, I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and I was telling them how crazy it is that before, like, I used to have all of my friends like in the same city, and now we're in different countries, different continents. Oh my god, you get? So yeah, like, friendships may get complicated with time. After graduation, they may get complicated. But then if you and that friend are willing to put in the work, forget what anybody tells you about long distance relationships. If you and that friend want it bad enough and you're willing to put in the work, I bet you that friendship will work. It will work. Quote me anywhere. It will work. Okay, so another thing that I wish someone had told me while I was trying to make friends is the best way to make friends is to be friendly. Be the friend you want to make. You want a friend that spells you rotten, spell that friend rotten. Whatever kind of friend you want, you need to be that type of friend. Now, there's this Bible verse that I'm just paraphrasing that says that he who wants friends must first show himself friendly. See, therein lies how to actually make friends. Like, if you want the kind of friends who are going to probably throw you surprise parties or are going to actually be vulnerable or um like speak to you deeply, then you have to be someone who first creates room for vulnerability. Two, is able to be vulnerable. That's two different things. If you want friends that are able to buy you things and all of that, you probably have to be the kind of person who receives well. And that's something. You have to be the kind of person who receives well, and then you most likely have to be the kind of person who can give back. So yeah, this is my final point, to be very honest. This is the final thing I wish someone had told me. Like, if you want friends, you have to show yourself friendly. You have to be the kind of person that someone wants to be besties with. Okay, so while you're thinking, okay, I don't want this person to be my friend, I don't want this person to be my bestie and all of that, think about it. Does that person want you to be their bestie? Are you the kind of person that this person with all of these attributes or characteristics is looking for in a friend? And make that decision. Do you get? So basically, these are things that I wish I knew when I set out to make a best friend. These are things that I wish I knew when I set out to make a friend. And I wish and I hope that if you reach this point in this video, that you have learned something. If you learned something, let me know in the comment section. If there's something that you feel like you need me to explain more, let me know in the comment section. If you have something that you want me to explain, or you just want me to make a sequel to this video, also let me know in the comment section. So basically, I make this video because, like, we know that this channel is a personal development, self-improvement channel. So we talk about things that help us be better, things that help us to grow and improve. And relationships is very important. The kind of people that you surround yourself with, be it relationships, be it friendships, be it just acquaintances, has a very great effect on your personal growth or your self-improvement. So yeah, that's why I just thought to come on here and share this. But to give this video a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to this video. Click on the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I release a video. Until next time, see you soon.